Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Spider-Man, issue number 234. This is the renumbering of the proper Spider-Man universe from over in the Ultimate Spider-Man, which was in the Earth 1610 universe. And yeah, now Miles is over here, and he had a number of issues, and then Generations came out, and then they're like, okay, let's renumber it starting from back over there. So yeah, this is actually one hell of a tradition, and I'm actually really glad that they are continuing from that original numbering. Brian Michael Bendis has never stopped writing this character or his predecessor, the original 1610 Ultimate Universe of Peter Parker. So that's, for me, that's just classic. That's awesome. Now, I am jumping on this comics pretty new. I have read many of the first issues of Miles Morales. I read everything from the original Peter Parker up until the death of Spider-Man over in the 1610 universe. I read every single one of them. But as far as Miles, I did read his introduction, and I did read, I don't know, maybe 20 issues of his comic, and then I just kind of fell off. Not because I didn't like it, just whatever. Things happen in life, and yeah, I went to falling off of a lot of comics that I didn't necessarily want to. And then it was just hard to really pick it back up again. And I thought to start reading it again when I came over here in the 1610, or in the Earth 616, but I didn't. So anyway, I'm here now. And it's actually not that hard to pick up. Not too much has changed with Miles, which is actually kind of a shame. At least nothing that I see here. I'm hoping that there's a lot more that I didn't really realize. There's a third person here, this Fabio, this Gold Balls guy. I remember him from the Death of X and a couple other stories. He's an absolute nobody. You know what I'm saying? He's meant to be an absolute nobody. And I'm actually glad that he's over here in this comic. I always wondered, like, whatever happened to this cat? Turns out he's over here. Oh, all right, cool. I'm over here now. Anyway, basically, we find out that there's this dude who's running around. He's going with a Tinkerer ripoff, and he's actually from the 1610 universe, and he's got some kind of a grudge against Miles in some way, shape, or form because he's in this comic book and whatever. And he wants to reform the Sinister Six, and he's going to try and steal a helicarrier, which is pretty damn cool. We don't have any more information about what he wants to do. We're going to find that out, I presume, in the next issue, because that's actually where it says to be continued. The really big kicker here is that it's Aaron Davis. That's the Prowler, not Hobbs from Hobby Hobbs, whatever, from over here in the Earth 616, but over in the Ultimate Universe. That's the Prowler. That's the paternal uncle of Miles Morales. If you've always been on this comic, you're just like, oh my God, and that's exactly how I felt. I'm like, oh wow, it's the Prowler, and I'm just wondering, is he going to hook up with the Scorpion over here and try and kill him too? You know, I mean, like, he's not the same. He's not a gangland dude from over in the Ultimate Universe. Here he's very different, although he is kind of running in a gang now. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. I want to see all of the issues he's going to have being over here now. This looks really cool. This really was a good jumping on point. I'm going to give this comic a B+. Again, not a lot happened. It's just a bunch of setup, which is fine. It is a renumbering, and it did keep me interested to the very end, and it did have a WTF moment, realizing that's actually the Prowler from the Ultimate Universe. That's, whoa, because he died. He actually died over there. So, wow, hello. Anyway, also, it looks like Miles is considering being someone other than a Spider-Man. Good. Just change your name. Change your name. One little tiny name change. I actually like the idea that he's Spider-Man, but just, you know what? Like, we're good with just the one Spider. We've got too many Spider characters to begin with, and I don't want Miles to go anywhere. Miles is amazing. But yeah, just change the name by all means. Spider something else or something Spider, you know? Not Kid Spider. But also, I am picking this up, I'm sure, very much to the great glee of my Eye of Agamotto. I have a third eye who does a lot of reporting. He knows who he is, and he'll be, screaming in the comments, yes, you took my advice again. Yes, I did. Anyway, guys, I'm good with this, and yeah, I'll stick around at least for this arc. All right, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.